Hey there everyone, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, how do you choose a real estate brokerage? This video is not only applicable for new licensees, but as well experienced agents. How do you select the right fit for you and the right brokerage? So if you are a new agent, the good news is you finished real estate school and you get to move on to the fun part, which is helping people buy and helping people sell, but you need to do so after you've selected a brokerage. First things first, people commonly ask, can they choose two brokerages? Nope, you can only choose one and you have to choose one. So I'm going to give you some great questions to ask real estate brokerages if you are going through an interview process. First is, what are the monthly costs and what are the commission splits? So these are the two most common fees when it comes to real estate brokerages. It's commission split. So of the commission checks that you make, you may have to pay a percentage of that check to the brokerage. And then the second would be the monthly fee, also known as desk fee. Another great question, who do I call when I need help? Is there only one person available? Are there multiple people? Do I have to email? Do I have to call them? What does that look like and how fast should I get a response? Does the brokerage have a marketing department or marketing materials I can use? Here's another question, what kind of mentorship opportunities are there for new agents? Are there other agents who would be willing to help me out? Will there be staff that will help me to learn paperwork, and how fast can I expect to do that? And how will I be learning to generate leads and find business? This is going to be really important. A very common concern that I hear from aspiring real estate agents is that they can't get ideas for lead generation because their broker manager or their broker of record, they're very old-fashioned in their techniques, or maybe their broker manager was somebody who sold homes like 20 years ago, and they may not be up to date with what's working right now to generate leads. Another great question to ask is, what can I expect during my first year in terms of my income? How much money can I expect to make? What is realistic? And what do you see commonly happens with the newer agents or with agents in my position? I mean, they have these answers, so you want to know that and you want to find out what it's going to take to succeed and where you should be setting your goals. Something else to ask is, how often will training meetings take place? I definitely wouldn't go with an office that would have like training only once or twice a week. There should be far more training, especially as a newer agent or somebody who wants to learn quickly. You need to be absorbing all the training you can take. It's not like you're going to be out there knocking on doors and prospecting for 10 hours or 8 hours a day. You have all that time to go ahead and take in training, and you want the training to be super. You don't want it just to be basic training around paperwork and processes and keeping you safe, but you want training as far as how to generate leads, how to convert leads, how to ensure you're getting full commission and getting a long contract, what your presentation should be like. There's some broker managers who will go so far to actually role play with their agents a live presentation, and you of course get a lot of value from that. Also, you may want to determine if you're the type to want to work in an office. There are a lot of offices now which are virtual, and agents, they either really like that or they don't. They may like it if they're the type who can see themselves working at home, but I totally understand that there are some agents that they just can't work at home. Maybe that individual has young kids that are running around and they would have to be out of their house in order for them to be productive and not be in the middle of everything. So you just have to basically know yourself. There are some offices in which agents will join because they have a really nice office. Like the training, the support may not be that great, but they have to get out of their house in order for them to be productive. The funny thing about the real estate industry is you really don't need an office, provided that you have some self-discipline, because you're not often meeting clients at an office. Where you're meeting them is the subject property. So for example, if a buyer is buying a home, you're likely going to meet them at the properties in which they're interested in looking to buy. Or if it's a seller, you're going to be meeting the seller at their property because they're wanting to get a home evaluation. If you absolutely have to meet, then what's common to do so is to meet at like a coffee shop, maybe a restaurant perhaps, to sign documents or something. But you don't absolutely need an office. So get to know these things. If you want to be with a bigger office, because bigger offices sometimes have better staff or they have better systems in place, then there's nothing wrong with asking the manager like how many agents are active in this particular office. And I would say definitely go with the office that has the best training, because if you don't have the training, you're going to be looking for other ways to get training. I've seen a lot of agents, and what they had to do was, because their offices didn't have training, they had to actually pay somebody else for the training, and that can be very expensive. To hire a real estate coach, it's pretty common to pay $1,000 a month. Me, for example, despite being at one of the best RE/MAX offices when I started in the business, after a few months of being active and making some money, I did that myself. I wasn't getting the training from RE/MAX, so I paid a real estate coach $1,000 a month in order for them to get on a weekly call with me to help me learn how to develop my business, because they have been through a lot of those challenges, and it's pretty uncommon to get help from other agents in this industry. You may get help from the staff, but if you expect to get help from the agents in the office, it's likely not going to happen. And it's not that those agents want to see you fail or anything. It's just that they're busy with their own deals and there's no financial incentive for them to help you out. And people are busy. They only have so many hours throughout the course of the day. I remember like when I was a new agent, I was so busy working with clients. I wanted to help out agents in my office, but I just didn't have the time for it. And so expect that if you can find an office where you're going to get support from agents somehow, then this would be one of the best things for you, because you may be getting help from the staff. But like I mentioned, if you're getting help from the staff or the broker manager, likely they're going to give you strategies which worked for them in the past, and it may not be so up to date as of right now. And I hope this video was helpful, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.